What's up, guys? This is Master the Father again. I saw that some people wanted me to give some recommendations on anime that I think is worth checking out. So pretty much that's what I'll be doing in this video. I'll give you my list of animes I think everyone should have seen. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best shows out there, but you know, they're worth your time. So my first suggestion is Death Note, obviously. I feel like that's a great starter anime for a lot of people. Like people that haven't even seen anime before, it's a great place to start because it's not too fantasy type. You know, it's kind of realistic. You can kind of relate to the main characters. Most people know what Death Note is about. It's about a high school kid, Light Yagami, finding a book that allows him to kill anyone that he sees. He has to know their face and he has to know their name, and then he can kill them. It's a pretty good story. Check it out. Definitely worth the watch. Anyways, the next one I'd suggest people checking out is an anime called Soul Eater. It's another good starter one. I mean, it's a shonen, so maybe it's not but it's basically more or less Exorcist anime where they are in high school or the equivalent of high school. They're trying to become Meisters and Death Sives. So, I mean, they just fight undead and evil people throughout the show. It's a pretty good story. You get to see the characters grow and learn throughout it. It's a good show. I don't really like the ending, but it's a decent show for sure. Another good one, and probably the newest show on this list, is called Seven Deadly Sins. I don't know if most people have seen it. It released on Netflix not that long ago. I think they have a season and a half up. The second season isn't really a season, but basically you follow the Seven Deadly Sins. They were accused of doing some crazy shit 10 years ago. They're trying to clear their name and figure out who's plotting. So it's a pretty good story. Some love aspects in there. Pretty decent fights. It's pretty cool. I actually might check out the manga for that because I don't know if they're going to continue the show, but it's actually a really good show. Another one I think everyone should go check out is Dragon Ball. Not Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Super, but regular Dragon Ball. I mean, it just follows the story of Goku becoming Goku, you know, the Goku that we come to know in Dragon Ball Z. I feel like everyone should have watched that because I know everyone's seen Dragon Ball Z. It's pretty cool to familiarize with a lot of characters that they just wrote out of the story, and it's pretty funny. Check it out for sure. And another good story-heavy anime is a show called Vampire Knight. Kind of reminds me of Death Note in a way where there isn't so much fighting. There's more plotting and talking. There is fights in the anime and there's stuff that happens, but it's a very story-driven anime. If you are the type of person that has to see lots of action in anime, probably isn't for you. If you can stick with it and wait a few episodes, then it'll definitely be worth your while. But it's definitely a long, drawn-out story. It's really good. If you make it to the end, you'll be like mind-fucked. Some pretty cool shit happens. Actually really enjoy it. I'd suggest this for a lot of girls. Not to say that guys couldn't watch it, but I feel like a girl would be able to identify with the show a little bit easier than a guy would. But it's definitely a good show all in all. If that's pretty much the list, if anyone has any more questions about any of the recommended anime or any more that they would want me to recommend, just let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. Master out.
You captured Zone C. You lost Zone A. No superstes! Incredibili! No superstes! Incredibili! Ad mortem illicum! You captured Zone A. Incontinent! You lost Zone C. You captured Zone C.